So, gentlemen, let's just start the mathematics chapter. And in the mathematics chapter, we are starting some of the topics of the percentage. And in the percentage topic, we'll also be understanding some of the topics which are actually interconnected with the and proportion, ratio and proportion. And along with it, we'll also be understanding some of the topics which are interconnected with the concept of mixture and alligation. Mixture and alligation. Yes. So let's just first understand some of the basic concepts of the percentage. Let's just understand the basic concept of the percentage. In the percentage, we basically, what do we know about the percentage? Percentage is all about percent. That means anything which lies upon per 100. Cent means 100. Anything which is counted on per 100. It is counted on each 100. Right? Let's just take an example. Gentlemen. So let's just say I got 90% marks. I got 90% marks. What does it mean? It means simply 90 upon 100. That means the examination was the total marks of the examination. Total marks of the examination were 100. Out of those 100, I secure 90. Let's just take another example for the better clarification. Let's just take another example for the clarification that my income, let's just say my income is 10% of A. My income is 10% of A. So what I will say, 10 upon 100. This 10% I will represent as 10 upon 100. But it is very important to understand that what this 100 represent and what this 10 represent. So here, what I will say that this 100 is actually representing the total. This 100 is representing the total, right? Total of what? Total of A. That means whatever is the amount of A, this 100 represents that. But whatever income I have, this is represented by 10. So what I will say that if A's income is 100, then my is 10. All right. If A's income is 100, then my is 10. All right. So let's just understand further concepts of the percentage. So some of the percentage values, gentlemen, we'll have to remember in our mind. Some of the percentage values, basically percentage fraction values, we generally need to understand in order to do our questions in a better manner, right? So some of the percentage values, let's just say starting from 50%. If I talk about the 50%, it is 50 upon 100, which after solving I can say it is 1/2, right? Later after, if I say 33 is to 1/3%, I will say that it is 1/3. If I talk about 25%, it will be 1/4. Similarly, if I talk about 20%, it will be equal to 1/5. If I talk about 16 is to 2/3%, it will be equal to 1/6. Later on, then we have 14 is to 2/7%. It will be equal to 1/7. Then 12 to 1/2. 12.5 is equivalent to 1/8. Then we have 11 is to 1/9, which will be equal to 1/9. then 10%, finally it is 10, 1 by 10. So these percentages values from 1 by 2 to 1 by 10, basically we need to learn in order to do our question efficiently. Generally, when we are being given in the question this value of the percentage in terms of 50%, we'll have to consider that its value is not 50% anymore, its value will be equal to 1 by 2. Wherever in the question we get 33%, then we'll have to use the value of 1 by 3 instead of 33 to 1 by 3%. Wherever in the question we get 25% and value, then we'll have to use in a manner that it is not 25%, it is 1 by 4. Okay, let's just understand some more foundation and basic things about these percentage values. Okay, let's just understand some of the more basic things about these percentage values. For example, if I am having 25%, if I am having 25%, what I will see, it is equal to 1 by 4. And if I am saying 1 by 4, then let's just see how to use these values. How to use these values. Let's just say, I am writing one question. Let's just say A's height is 25% more than B. This is the statement that A's height is 25% more than B. How to interpret this percentage value here according to this statement? It is very, very important in order to do our question very fast and very efficiently in the competitive examination. So here what we'll see, we'll have to keep in mind that here two entities are being compared with each other. A and B are being compared with each other. So A is being compared with what? It is compared with B. All right. That means we are being asked that A's height is 25% more than B. 25% more than B. And whose height is more? A's height is more. A's height is more, but in comparison to whom? In comparison to B. So whatever entity we compare, that actually come in the denominator. That actually come in the denominator. And it is I saying that A's height is 25% more than B. So more value is the value which is more, it will be coming on the numerator, right? And the value which is being compared with, that will come in the denominator. जिसके साथ में आप कंपेयर कर रहे हो वो आपका डिनोमिनेटर में आ जाएगा, और जो वैल्यू आपने कंपेयर की है वो वैल्यू ऊपर आएगी. फॉर एग्जांपल ए की हाइट को हमने बी से कंपेयर किया तो ऊपर कितनी ज्यादा है वो वैल्यू आ जाएगी. दैट मींस के ए माइनस बी, राइट, और नीचे वो वैल्यू आएगी जिससे हमने कंपेयर किया. सो इन द सेम मैनर इफ आई अंडरस्टैंड दिस वैल्यू, then it is 25% according to the table. According to the table, it is equal to 1 by 4. That is 1 by 4 here. So it represents what? That 4 is the value of B. 4 is the value of B, and this is the increment. This is the increment. Then how much will be the value of A? How much will be the A value of A? Value of A will be 5, right? Similarly, if I give you the statement, if I give you the statement, A's salary is 10% less than B. A's salary is 10% less than B. So with whom we are comparing the entity? With B. And what is the outcome which is coming? Is the value what is less. मतलब वो हमें ऊपर डिनोमिनेटर में क्या आएगा? जो कम है, जो कमी हो रही है ना, वो वैल्यू ऊपर आ जाएगी. दैट मींस ए की जो है सैलरी बी से कम है, तो ज्यादा किसकी है? बी की ज्यादा है, तो बी माइनस ए. into 100, this will be the decrement, percentage decrement, right? अब मैं दूसरे शब्दों में कहूं, if I talk, in the different manner according to the percentage, then what I will say that 10% A salary is 10% less than B. Then simply if I decode it, then it will be 1 by 10. If it is 1 by 10, that is this value belong to A, and this value belong to difference of B minus A, difference of B and A. That means the value which is less, right? So I can represent it by -1 as well, right? So what will be the value of A? If A value of A is 1 less than B, this actually represent that value of A is 1 less than B. Then its value of A will be what? 9. Right? In the same manner, if I give one more statement to understand, then it will be if price of car increased by 20%, then we have to basically first understand how we can decode this thing into the simplest manner. Then we will say the percentage value which is given is 20%, right? Then what it is saying that the price of car is increased by 20%. Let's just write it in the fraction value 20 by 100, which is equal to 1 by 5. Now, in the different manner, let's just interpret it in such a manner. This denominator will represent, because car price has increased, and this is increased value, ये increased value है. तो ये जो नीचे वाली होगी ये हमेशा क्या होगी? टोटल ओल्ड वैल्यू, यानी कि कार का जो ओल्ड वैल्यू था वो पहले 5 था, अब क्या हुआ? इंक्रीमेंट हुआ, ये इंक्रीज हुआ, राइट? ये हमेशा ऊपर वाला न्यूमरेटर हमेशा क्या होगा? इंक्रीमेंट या डिक्रीमेंट को रिप्रेजेंट करेगा. इट विल रिप्रेजेंट इंक्रीमेंट और डिक्रीमेंट. when he is asking about increased, when he is asking about decreased, when he is asking about less, when he is asking about more, तो ऊपर वाला जो वैल्यू होगा वो इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट होगा, है ना? तो कार का जो ओल्ड वैल्यू था वो था 5, एक इंक्रीज हो गया, तो कार का न्यू वैल्यू कितना निकल आया? New value of car comes out to be 6. So old value of car was 5, new value of car becomes 6, right? Now let's just come to one question. Okay, through these basic concepts we'll understand what our question says. If A's income is 25% more than B, then what percent of B's income less than A? He is saying that A's income is 25% more than B. तो B का income A से कितना कम होगा, right? Then what percent is B's income less than A? So now how will we do this question? There are two ways. One shortcut I'll be telling you, and one basic concept I'll be telling, right? Let's just say it is A and this is B. Okay. Now he's saying that A's income is 25% more than B. If I say B's income is 100, then A's income is 25% more than B. And that means 25% of 100 will be what? 25. That means A will be 25 more than B. That means the value of A will become 125. In the question, he is asking simply कि what percentage of in B's income less than A, यानी कि B A से कितना कम है, सिंपली ये बात पूछ रहा है. तो हम क्या बोलेंगे कि देखो A's value is 100 and sorry B's value is 100 and A's value is 125. And how much is B less than A? 25 less than A, right? 25, it is B is 25 less than A. But now B is compared with A. You can see ये बोल रहा है कि B की A से कितनी कम है, यानी कि खुद को कंपेयर कर रहा है 20 A से. तो मैंने बताया था कि जिससे हम कंपेयर करते हैं उसका वैल्यू किस पे आता है, हमेशा डिनोमिनेटर में आता है ना. with whatever value we compare, that automatically come in the denominator. So we are comparing with A, so A will come in the denominator, right? So that means now what will come in the denominator, 125 will come in the denominator. ऊपर मैंने बताया इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट होता है, कितना कम ज्यादा, कितना मोर लेस ऊपर आता है. तो बी का इनकम में से कितना कम है, 25 कम है, राइट. अब निकालना परसेंटेज है हमको, तो परसेंटेज निकालना है इनटू 100 सिंपली यू कैन डू एंड फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू. सो इट विल बी 25 5s and this 20% will be the answer. Okay, now we'll understand one of the shortcut which I'm telling you. Wherever in the question you see, wherever in the question, if you see one time more and second time in the statement there is less, कि A is 25% more than B, then उल्टा कर देगा इस तरह से कि A इससे 25% ज्यादा है तो B इससे कितना परसेंट कम होगा. अगर ऐसा पूछ रहा है क्वेश्चन तो every time, every second moment you shall refer the table which I have just given you here. This is the table which you need to learn as well, and along with it you have to make shortcuts out of it as well. How? See, in the last statement you can directly go. That he is asking about what? Our question, he is asking that what less value, we have to find the less, right? So let's just see the signatures. If he asks about the less in the last statement, he is give the less in the last statement, then refer this signature less. If he give here more, then refer this signature, right? Less or decreased. If we give less or decrease in the statement, in the last statement I'm saying, in the last statement, then refer this signature. If we give increase or more, then the upward signature you have to use, right? Now second thing what you need to do, only one percentage value is given here. You just go in the table straight away. Here, this is here, all right? Now come on this value, its fraction value is 1/4, right? Sit down here, just sit down here to protest and simply put the sign whichever in the last statement he is mentioning. Less sign is being told to put up here, then less means downward. Now when you go downward, you will see what value first, 20%, it will be the straight away answer. This is the best shortcut which I have discovered on my own. So the second question here being provided is very similar to the first question, right? So what does this question say? This question says that the price of sugar is increased by 25%. The price of sugar is increased by 25%. By what percent the household should decrease her consumption in order to keep the expenditure same? That means in the first statement it is asking to increase the value, and in the last statement you can see it is saying to decrease the value, right? So what we can do here, same concept will be same shortcut will lie here, same shortcut will work here. You have to simply do what? You have to simply go to the 25% value. Here it is 25%, right? In the last statement, just look only in the last statement. You can look and solve your question in the nanoseconds. In the nanosecond, you can solve this question. In the last statement, it is saying to decrease. Decrease means obviously downward. And in the downward, when you go, very first number which will come, it will be 20%. 100% bet sure that it answer will be 20% only. So this is the shortcut which I have told you here. I'll also be telling the basic concept here. I'll also be telling the basic concept here. Just stay tuned. Okay, let's just come to one more question here. Let's just come to one more question here. The question he's saying that an item is being sold after two successive discounts of 5% and 25%. What will be the effective discount over the item? See, one shopkeeper has sold something to you, right? And he said, I will not give you one discount, I'll give you two discounts. Discount one and discount two. That means he is giving you two discount, two successive discount, two back-to-back discounts. So basically in the question he is asking that what will be the effective discount? Very first option in the exam will be 30%, and it will be wrong answer. Don't just mistake here in this concept. 30% will not be the answer. No, very first option will be 30%, but it will not be the answer. And he is asking successive discount. That means discount upon the discount he is asking. He's asking discount upon the discount, right? So in that kind of question, we need to simply refer the concept of X. We simply need to refer the concept X plus Y, XY upon 100. Got it? X plus Y plus XY upon 100. So very first discount which is being given to us is second plus. In order to find out the success, every time you can follow X plus Y plus XY upon 100, right? So we will get 30, and this will be 4. So 5 by 4, and we will find out the value. What? It will be nearly 125 by 4. And after sorting it out, it's 31.2%. All right. So let's just refer to the next question. Let's just refer to the next question, which is all about this question. A village had a total population of 5,000. If increase in male population is 10% and increase in female population is 15%, after 1 year its population became 560. I find the initial population of female in the village. Now this is one of the best questions I have ever seen, right? And this question has come many times in the examination, so it is very important question, right? What he is saying, that there is a village and its population is basically 5,000, right? This village is having two kind of category of population. First is the male population and another one is female population. He is further adding to it, saying that male population increase every year by 10% and female population every year increase by 15%. All right. He has also said that after such increment in the male and female population, the total population now after 1 year become 5,600. All right. The total population now has become 5,600. He is asking that what was the initial population of the female? What was the initial population of the female? Female's initial population has been asked in this question. So let's just see how we will do this question. In this question, we will basically apply the method of mixture and alligation, gentlemen. Right? Mixture and alligation method we will be applying. What does this mixture alligation method says? After understanding this concept, we'll better understand that how to basically apply such a method in the percentage questions as well. So this method says that when we have one type of entity, one type of thing is there, we have second type of thing as well there. And these two type of things combined to make a total wholesome thing. Okay, these two things, right, combined to make wholesome thing. Let's just say it was a male population, it was semen population, male and female add up to become a total population of that village. So in the mixture alligation entity, we have one entity, we will have the another entity, and we will have the total entity, total of A and B. On the other end, we will have two more entity here, right? We'll have two more entities representing here. Now, what will be these entities that we need to understand? First, these X and Y, whichever entity are representing here, first thing need to understand is they will be in the ratio. X and Y both will be in the ratio, right? Second thing we need to understand about these two values is that whatever these values will represent what? If I say, let's just say, if I say this is the male percentage increase, right? Male percentage increase, it is female percentage increase, right? And it is total percentage increase, right? Then what these two values will represent, this is very important to understand. Basically, these values represent the denominator of these two values. These values basically represent the denominator of these values. Let's just say, with the help of example, whatever is the question being given to us, we'll understand this question, right? We have 10% and 15%. So what I say, that male population increase is 10%, female population increase is 15%, right? In the denominator of 10%, what I see 10 by 100. Here in the denominator, what I see 15 by 100. Now what this 100 represent here? Total population of male. What is 100? This 100 represent here total population of female, because percentage in the initial class, in the initial concept I told you that in the denominator whatever thing is there, that represents the total of that particular thing. Total of male, total of female. That means it will represent, these value will represent that the total number of male. And this value will represent total number of females. Okay. Now just sort out the question. If you have understood the concept, now we will sort out the question. This is 10% and this is 15%. And the total increase was when you total increase was 5,000 to 5,600. How much increase? 600 was total increment. And 600, if we convert the 600 into percentage, how will we do? 600 incremented to what? Incremented in what? In 5,000. So 5,000 is the denominator into 100. So total population increment is 12%. Male population increase 10%. Female population increase 15%. So now what we need to do? We need to subtract the two values here and write its answer here. Like 15 is the bigger one, 12 is smaller number. Subtract them, it will come out to be 3. Now subtract that bigger number with the smaller number and write its value here. 12 minus 10, 2. Okay, 12 minus 2 comes 2. Now initially in the basic concept I told you that generally these two values are in ratio. This number represents the total males and this value represents total females. Now what will be the total of both male and female? Male plus female will represent what? Total population, which will be equal to what? 5. 5 is the total population. But according to question, our total population is equal to what? 5,000. That means 5 will be equal to 5,000. 1 will be equal to 1,000. And for what we have to find out? What we need to find out? The total population of female. Female is equal to 2. That means 2. The value of 2 will be. This will be the answer. Clear? Got it? Now the last question which I'll be solving here. Simply on the same concept I'm telling. This is the same concept. A person took a debt. From a bank. Basically, he took a total debt of 10,000, right? But he took the debt in the parts. First part of the debt he took from bank 1 at the rate 8%. Okay. Second part, another part of the debt he took from bank B at 10%. Right? At the end of the 1 year, he paid back 950 rupees of interest. 250 रुपया उसने वापस इंटरेस्ट किया. Then he is asking the bank 1 से कितना पैसा लिया, right? Bank 1 से पैसा कितना लिया, ये बताना हमको. Simply on the details of this question, you can simply solve this question. First entity is bank 1, second entity is bank 2, right? Now here percentage interest rate percent 1, rate percent 2. बैंक 1 का जो परसेंटेज जिस परसेंटेज पे लिया था, बैंक 2 से जिस परसेंटेज पे लिया था, हियर द टोटल, कि बैंक 1 और बैंक 2 का मिला के टोटल रेट मेरे को कितना पड़ा. एंड हियर व्हाट एंटिटी विल कम, rate is what? Now see, understand this. Rate percentage, but rate percentage interest per year on the principal. Rate percent means interest per year on principal. This is the definition of the rate. That means कि इस रेट परसेंट से उसने यहां से कितना पैसा लिया, what will be the principal of this rate, कि इस रेट पे कितना पैसा लिया वो यहां पर आएगा. इस रेट से जो पैसा लिया उसका वैल्यू यहां पर आएगा. आया नहीं? Have you understood this clearly? Now let's just sort it out, this question very easily. Rate percent 1 was 8%, rate percent second was 10%, and rate percent 2 was what? 950 was the interest he paid back. On the total interest paid was 950. Total principal was 10,000 into 100. If I find it out, then what I will get? 9.5. Right? So my interest, total interest comes out to the, total rate percent comes out to the 9.5%. Now, if I subtract the bigger number from the smaller and write it here, so what I will get? From here, I will get 0.5%. From here, I will get 1.5%. And as you know, these two values are generally in ratio. We can cut them. We can cut them as well. परसेंट से परसेंट कट गया, पॉइंट से पॉइंट कट गया, और यहां से 5 3s are 15. That means the simplest form comes out to be 1:3. This one basically represent what? Amount taken from bank 1, and this amount taken from bank 2. Total amount taken from the bank was 4. Total amount taken from the bank was 4. 1 plus 3, 4. And the total amount in the question depicted is 10,000. So 4 equals to 10,000. 1 will be equal to 2,500. And what he is asking, that from bank 1, how much money is being taken? How much money is being taken from bank 1? From bank 1, we have taken 1. So simply, it will be the answer. If he asks you, what will be the amount taken from bank 3? So bank 3 से लिया हमने 3. That means 2,500 into 3. It will come out to be 7,500 rupees. Answer. Got it? Thank you.